Konnichiwa. Hello, this is Tawa. Token desu. My rescue baby. Hogoneko no my baby desu. Every time I film something or I do FaceTime with someone, this one likes to be on camera. 前回動画撮るかFaceTimeかなんかしたらこの人が出たいと叫ぶ。Yeah, he likes to be involved. I feel like I look like a JoJo character. 今日JoJoのキャラクターみたいな感じ。はい。Hello. Oh, he's purring now. He's very happy. So lately, I've been tattooing. 最近タトゥー始めました。始めました。いつもその言葉勘違いします。日本語難しい。So my most recent tattoo was actually on myself. Let's show them. Hey, you're making this sneaky peeky. So secret. See my son. Yeah. So this is my original design. It's Sophie in a flower. A botan hana. It's a peony, I believe, a Japanese peony. I looked at some different photographs and ukiyo-es, as well as pictures of Sophie, and I really like this scene where Howl kind of scoops her up. Sophie to botan hana no hana と混ぜて、いろんなこの花の写真と浮世絵見ながら、ソフィーの写真も見ながらデザインして、で自分に入れました。まだ治り中けど結構いい感じ。It's still healing, but pretty good. I also did my first tattoo on my leg ever in January here, and I just added some color to it. It's not as good as this one. 1月初めて自分にタトゥー入れた。で、最近色もつけたけど、こいつまだ治り中。線ちょっとバラバラけど、初のタトゥーやからいいんじゃない？練習のために。So, yeah, I've been practicing tattooing and I've been really enjoying it. It's really fun. I think one of the fun things for me is like I feel like I have kind of more freedom when drawing. I don't know, obviously it has its has its limitations, right? But I've been finding it really fun and kind of experimental. I've made this kind of book. Okay, so this is my first flash tattoo book. I've never made one, and it's been a while since I made a portfolio or anything like that, so I'm gonna totally redo it, but this was like my first attempt and I went a bit wild, which was fun. 初めてのタトゥーフラッシュブックを作った。で、初めてで、ポートフォリオも結構久しぶり、Excuse me、久しぶりポートフォリオを作ったから、ちょっと初めはちょっとクレイジーな感じ、ワイルドに作った。はい。ありがとうございます。Excuse me、失礼します。そう、ちょっと勝手に作ったというか、 でもう一回作り直すけど、まあとりあえずちょっと楽しんで作りました。こういうタトゥーやってみたい。誰かが欲しいなら message please. I really want to try these kinds of tattoos, especially where the lines are different colors, like this one. Or here, these kind of wiggly lines. I really want to try that sort of thing. Also here, dark and lighter lines. I really want to try that. So if anybody's interested, please let me know. I was inspired by like stickers because I personally feel like tattoos are like stickers to me. So I thought it had a kind of nice double meaning. I think these would be sort of nice as products too, so I might make some actual stickers. But yeah, this is my tattoo book. Toe is playing with a toy now, so that's the noise. その音がトーくんです。おもちゃと遊んでる。あ、ドゥルくんです。ドゥルボーイ。友達の猫。This is my friend's cat, and this is Dudu, Toa's brother. I've already started some ideas for my friend here. They want some kind of medieval inspired stuff, so I've been trying that out, as well as some more unique to me ideas. Here and here I'm using a thicker marker because the sort of theory is even if you tattoo thin lines over time, say 10-20 years, they tend to blur. So I was watching another creator, and they said if you want to know if your design is the right size, go over it with a Sharpie, because over time it will blur like that. なんかタトゥーデザインするとき、こういう薄い線だと、例えば古くなったらあと10年20年タトゥーがちょっとブラーっとするから、デザインの上にシャーピー、この分厚いやつのぞったら、なんかこれぐらいなりますよ。例えば唇特にの眉毛もね、暗くなるから。まあ、どっちでもいいんじゃない？ Everybody's complaining about fine line tattoos, but who cares? If someone wants it, why not? I'm not really a huge fan. Let's try this, for example. Definitely changes the vibe. I am curious to see how the trend of fine line tattoos will be looking in 15 years' time. Fine line というタトゥー、ここ最近流行ってるんじゃない？あと15年ぐらいちょっと見たいな。どれぐらいブラーっとしてるかな。まあ、タトゥーは個人のものやから好きなことしたらいいんじゃない？ So how I've started out here, oops, I don't need that, is I've got a couple of books. So this book's really great. It's a book of paintings by the same artist, and it's just flowers. This one's really great. I'm a huge fan of flowers, and I thought this is a good sort of starting point for inspiration for flower tattoo drawings. They're not photographs, but they're pretty close in my opinion. They're very natural, they're not cartoony drawings. I also like the kind of color usage, like in real life this is probably not this color, right? But It's a nice contrast. この絵本がいろんな花のペインティングです。で、タトゥーの描くとき、こっちからインスピレーション取りたいなと思った写真ではないけど、まあ、結構リールな感じと、この色のバランスが好きし、綺麗な、こいつ好き。That one's good. I just like flowers a lot. Quite like these interesting shapes. I feel like these are all isolated too because they're not photographs and they are paintings. It's just this isolated image of the flower, which is really great for taking inspiration in my opinion. なんか写真よりなんか背景がちょっとなんていうか地味というかからこれはメインになってデザイン考えるとき結構いいと思います。ちなみ中島ちなみさんの花図鑑This is a really nice one. And then I just pulled this out because I thought this could be interesting too. My cousin got me this book because it's kind of old and it's even though it's about Japanese fashion, it is old. So he got it in the States and sent it to me. But I think this is another one. See, for example, this could be a really cool starting point for a tattoo. いとこがアメリカから送ってくれた本です。これもタトゥーデザインになったら面白くない？ I think this could have a lot of interesting ideas for tattoos. It's a really cool book. I recommend if anyone is interested in Japanese fashion. New Fashion Japan. It's kind of funny, isn't it? New Fashion Japan. This book was made in what year? Oh, it has a Japanese price. I couldn't find it here. Oh, this first page is torn out, so I guess I'll never know. Does it say here? Nope. I don't know what year this book's from, but I suppose this is not new fashion anymore. But that's okay. So I've got this paper where I've started to do various doodles, and you can see here how I took inspiration from aforementioned book of flowers, but I gave my own sort of spin on it. さっきの花の本からもデザインしてた。で、鉢だけちょっと自分の感じに描いた。で、さっきのラフな絵です。Ignore my background a little bit, okay? ちょっと背景、ちょっと無視してくれる？ Something I get asked a lot at work is, did you grow up in Japan? 仕事で何回も聞いたことある。日本で育てた？ No, not at all. I am a UK-US dual citizen. I lived in both countries. Japan is country number 3 for me. And as I mentioned before, I will get into that eventually in another video when I'm ready to talk about it. I think I'm pretty ready, but yeah. もちろん日本で育ってなかったんです。パスポート2つ持ってます。イギリスとアメリカ両方も住んだことありますので、日本が3組聞こえちゃった。まあいつかなんで日本引っ越したのビデオ作るならもっと深く話します。So here I'm just taking a little bit from what I'm seeing on the curtain and then adding my own thing to it. Doodly doodly. By By the way, once a month I do a drink and draw at the Blackbird Eatery in Sasazuka, Tokyo. If you check my Instagram, I usually post a flyer about it before the event. Anyone's welcome. It's a LGBTQ plus friendly place. So if you are not friendly to those people, don't come. If you are, or you are a part of the group, come on down. 毎月笹塚でブラックバードイータリーというところで Drink and Draw っていうのイベントしてます。担当してます。ぜひ来てください。I was gonna add something to that. It's not just a drink and draw though, it is a drink and draw a character. So I will guide you through creating your own unique character, but it's pretty low pressure. Drink and draw だけじゃなくて飲みながらキャラクターをデザインするから自分のキャラクターを作ってっていうかデザインするけどプレッシャーあまりないからぜひ楽しんで聴いてほしいみんなで LGBTQ+OK ならもしみんなそういう方ならぜひ安全で来てくださいでそういう人たちでもない OK なんだけどそういう人を受けてくれないなら来ないでください Don't come if you don't accept LGBTQ plus people. We don't need you at our event. These kind of free drawings are really fun and like later I plan to, use the tracing paper to draw them a bit more nicely. But someday I would like to just draw on someone's body like this and then tattoo it. Somebody let me do that, please. なんか今落書き書いてるんだけどいつか直接誰かの体に書いてタトゥー入れたいなSakura season is almost here. I'm so excited. もう楽しみしかない桜シーズンもうすぐ I love cherry blossom season apart from the weather. It's so up and down. It's so moody. I just kind of want to try something here. I don't think it's going to work on this paper. I saw someone doing this recently where they drew with Posca and then used their finger to blend it. Yeah, but this paper, this is just from a package. It's very, how can I say, porous. I don't know if you can really see, but it's not going well. この紙も なんていうか、楽天からなんか買ったらの中の紙です。パッケージの中の紙やから結構薄いと安いやから、今ポスカでちょっと試したかったけど、ちょっと薄すぎるからよくできなかった。この紙でできるかな？ちょっと待って。I wonder if I can do it on tracing paper, because this paper is absolutely not really porous like that. I'm gonna try two ways. I'm gonna do here like with my finger. Ooh.この紙の方がいいんだけど、まだ綺麗できない。I don't think it's that pretty. This is interesting, but I think for those kind of blending, I might want to. Also, this is kind of running out of ink. I might want to use something like watercolor instead. I think Posca might not be it. Posca の方がちょっと難しいから、watercolor。いつも日本語 watercolor という言葉を忘れてる。もう持ってないから言えないけど、こういうやつちょっと似てる。water soluble。水分にやららせ水棒I don't know. I can't read that kanji, it's too complicated. Okay, I'm gonna do a little story time while I make some of the graphics for this video. Recently, I had a customer come to our shop in Asakusa, Tokyo. And you can probably imagine, we get a lot of tourists. And they asked me, what do you hate about tourists as someone who lives here? And I was like, oh, dang. I gotta be careful how I answer this because the person asking me straight to my face right now is a tourist. So honestly, it's an interesting topic in a way because like I don't hate tourists, you know. It's kind of weird. And like I've been a tourist, so why should I poo-poo them, you know? 最近仕事で浅草やから結構観光客多くて、最近一人が観光客なんていうか観光客のことで何か嫌いなと聞かれて、でも目の前の聞いてる人が観光客やから気をつけなあかんやなと思ったでも観光客って嫌いではない。私も観光客したことあるし、他の国で日本でも観光客で初めて聞いたし、でももう今すごい観光地で仕事してるから、まあもちろんいろいろなことあるから答えたけど、ちょっと怖いの質問だなと思った。So I told that person what I don't like about tourists, even though I don't hate them and like they're always gonna be here and that's totally fine. I don't want them to stop coming. It's just like the like first day on earth people. So like my probably number one thing is like how people move. So when they're on the train or in the street or something, it's like, have you ever gone on a walk with those other people, or have you ever ridden public transport? Like surely you have, or if you haven't, you kind of did some research before something, no? And it's like no, people act pretty silly on the trains here, which it's like, I don't know, in the morning, you know, sometimes when you're going to work, it's like the last thing I want to be dealing with is someone like totally blocking the way and being obnoxious because I'm tired and like I'm just trying to go to work, you know. Like imagine you were back in your home country and it's like car town and you're in traffic on the way to work or something, like you're going to be annoyed, right? You're going to get annoyed at other drivers. It's just like normal everyday stuff, isn't it? I don't think it's like a particularly unique feeling, but it's just like, wow, have you like ever thought about Googling what it's like to like ride the train or something before? 観光客って嫌いなことというか、なんかこのように初めての日みたいな感じ。例えば初電車乗ったり、初なんか道路歩きながら人多いのところとか、なんか今まで電車乗ったことないみたいな感じか、なんかずっと車乗ってるかなと思っちゃう。駅の中とか電車の中とか、もう邪魔すぎるとか思っちゃうね。でもそれはそんなにユニークな気持ちではないと思う。例えば車が多い国、仕事行く
行きながらなんか下手な運転者おるならイライラするでしょ。一緒。もう私朝電車乗って観光客いてちょっと邪魔かうるさいか変なことするのはちょっとイライラになるけど、まあそんなに大きい問題ではないな。もう朝みんなイライラじゃないほぼほぼI will say something that is fun for me is when tourists are speaking to Japanese people. It's usually staff, so they're talking to a Japanese staff at some place, and there's like a real language problem going on. I always like to see those. I don't know why. I think it's so funny. And like I've obviously been in that situation myself. Like in Germany, I couldn't speak German, and so I got into a little bit of trouble there trying to communicate with an old lady. So I totally get it, but I like play this game in my head. Like, should I help, or should I just like is this just like nature? Should I not disturb the nature? You know, like animals in the wild, I shouldn't disturb them. And so sometimes I don't help, and I just like, you know, let them have their like fun, silly Japanese language barrier experience. You know what I mean? But every now and again, I'm like, okay, I think this person would benefit. Like both people would benefit from some help in this situation. So like there was one time where my friend and I were like thinking about doing sort of like river boat ride, like a swan boat sort of situation. But I could tell it was sold out. But we were in the vicinity where you could like get tickets, and this lady was trying to ask the staff how to get tickets, and they were using translators and stuff, but I could tell it's like nothing was really being clearly communicated. So I jumped in and I asked the Japanese staff lady, like, do you want me to help translate for you? And she was like, yes. So I was able to explain to the customer that like it's sold out today and you cannot buy the tickets in advance, so like your only chance to get tickets is to show up on the day like quite early, and like you might not be able to just like get on the boat, you might have to come back later sort of thing. And so I'm glad I could help. Like the lady seemed really thankful that she could come back and hopefully get tickets as long as it was early enough. So I'm glad I helped. なんか観光客たまに言語の問題が多くて、なんか動物見てるみたいな感じで、動物なんかしてるのがシーズンやからなんか邪魔したくないとか、なんていうか、もうなんか動物はそのままはいどうぞみたいな感じ。もちろんなんか怪我してるなら手伝いしたいけど。で観光客もなんか一緒に思っちゃう。言語の問題だったらサポートしようか、いやまあ自然でなんかその人のなんか旅行中の経験だし邪魔したくないなと思っちゃう。でもたまにサポートしたいね。で一回だけ友達となんか川のところでなんていうか鳥の船みたいなやつ2人でなんか自転車みたいな感じのやつ、名前忘れた。まあそういうやつ売れ切れて、そのスタッフと観光客話してて通訳ツール携帯でも見たし、なんかいろんな勘違えたみたいな感じで。向こうも買ってないし、スタッフも困ってるみたいな感じし、もうスタッフに通訳しようかと聞いたらお願いしますって言ったら、でもこのチケットも今日も無理だからネットも買えないし、もう当日買わなあかんから、その人に伝えてほしいのは、もし明日聞いたら早く聞いてチケット買ってください。ですぐ乗れないわけではないけど、まあ、乗れるように早く聞いてください。で多分その次の日が最終日だから結構忙しいから、もう本当に早く来ればハッピーですみたいな感じで観光客に伝えてめっちゃ喜んでたから、よかったね。もっとサポートした方がいいかな。すいません、みんな邪魔したくないたまに。